Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of What's Up with Wrestling. In the co pilot seat today, the lovely, as ever, Jessica Jackson.
Am I a good co-pilot?
Yeah,
Do you like having me as a co-pilot?
yeah.
If you could have a dream co-pilot, who would it be?
Um, Jessica Jackson.
Oh,
Did I answer that right?
you're gonna be in trouble then.
I know, I
Yeah,
think you're setting me up for it. We've got so much to cover. We haven't done an episode in a while. I
yeah.
don't know if we want to cover the shows that we did because we want to go into WrestleMania and the CM Punk stuff.
Well, briefly, I think the reason why we haven't done a podcast in a while is because we've been quite busy over the last week.
Yes.
Um, some shows that took their toll on us a little bit,
Took a toll, was quite challenging, yes. Do you want to go straight? We'll get straight into it because
but we'll
otherwise.
get straight into it.
So, you did a show last week on Wednesday.
Yes.
Come closer to the mic.
So I was in a place called San Cristobal,
Well, that's very
Chiapas.
fancy.
It was really lovely. It's a really lovely town. Colonial architecture, very quiet, fresh air, clean air, more
As opposed
importantly,
to Mexico City.
as opposed to Mexico City. So it was really lovely. The match was fine. Match was easy.
Yeah.
Um, Girls were super good. Everybody on the trip was super nice. I was trying to not freak out because of the dogs. Um,
We just started recording, they
yeah, I
started
know.
screaming.
But other than that, yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yep. And I did a show in Tampico for
Yeah.
it was like a AAA slash DTU show. It was a big like circus carnival sort of open air venue. There's a massive stage. I would say there was about 3,000 people there. Psycho Clown was on it. All the bloody stars were out. And now somebody's beeping outside. Fucking hell, man. Give us a rest, you son of the bitches. Just one day, please. Sorry about screaming into the microphone.
Uh,
All the stars were out. Bloody stars as far as the eye could see. I wrestled. Fuck, it was a big match. Me and Renee Rocks and Mervin versus Kento and Takuma and Hedra versus what are they called? Panthers.
yeah.
The Panthers. And Fabi Apache. Crowd was okay. It wasn't the greatest crowd ever, but it was still pretty fun show. The travel was horrendous, and also too, I just want to make a quick note right here that the promoter tried to fucking stiff me straight after the match. So of money, and
I'm glad that you said it because I was about to ask you about it. I was about to be like, "Come on, Trav,
and
tell us
it's
more of the
yeah,
tea."
and I tell you what, I had because I knew he was gonna do it, and I had proof on my phone, and one of my friends had proof on his phone, and he still, right to my face, tried to lie and say that we agreed for something else that we did, and I said no in a very calm and collective way, as you can imagine, I would have. No, I did not.
The
I
biggest.
told
I just did the biggest eye roll.
yeah, I said, "Give me my fucking money now." And then he said, "Oh, I'll give it to you," which is another fucking thing of promoters. They always go, "Oh, I'll give it to you later," but they'll never do it. So I was like, "No, you won't. You're gonna fucking give it to me right now." And happy as Larry, he opened his book and slowly gave me the rest of the money.
In 100 peso
In a
notes.
hundred pesos notes to make it the slowest possible thing. Like
Um,
I fucking just saw off his leg or something. Like that's how fucking sad he was. I was like, dude, you've got Psycho Clown on the card who fucking charges an arm and a leg, all those top stars, and you can't give me an extra fucking. You try to stiff me like 500 pesos, which is I don't know what that is in like pounds.
like
What's it?
20
Like
pounds.
20 pounds. Like that's not even that much, and they fucking just they act like it's the biggest deal in the world when this shit like goes towards rent, goes towards
Yeah.
food, goes towards transport, goes toward fucking like just food on the actual trip. Like,
Well,
yeah.
that's the thing that promoters don't understand. Sorry, I knocked the table. I'm
God
very
damn
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry.
Every
I
time.
got excited. That's the thing that promoters don't understand or they just ignore is the fact that when you're on these trips, Trav, your journey there was, they said it was going to be 5 hours. It was 10 hours, right?
It ended up being 10 hours, yeah. And
Yeah.
then on the way back, it was about the same as well,
Yeah.
which I couldn't understand because it was only a 5 hour trip on the fucking on the
on your phone,
on my
right?
phone.
So
Yeah,
it's ended up being 10 hours there, which is so
yeah.
unnecessarily
I
long.
I left at 8 a.m. I got back 12 p.m. the next day.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous,
Yeah,
right? So you've got this journey, you're having to pay for food all day. You're having to pay for Ubers to get the coach. You're having to pay for an Uber to get home after. All of these little things add up, and it's a really long day to then be taking less pay than you would accept if doing a show in Mexico City when
yeah.
it's 40 minutes from your doorstep. It's really ridiculous that promoters think it's okay for you to go through all of this journey that's really like hard on your body, and they then think it's okay to just pay you less. And the thing is, he didn't just do it with you, he did it with so many other people on the
Every
card.
other person that was on the undercard outside of the big stars, it was just a fucking joke. And here's like again, this happens so fucking often in Mexico, and I don't know how this business survives here. People just accept it because they don't say anything. But I'm not that type of person. I will fucking tell you that this is wrong. Because I said to some of the boys after when they told me they didn't get paid, I was like, "Do you want me to go in there and I'll fucking help you get paid?" They're like, "No, we don't want to cause problems." And they say it like here in Mexico, it's like, "Oh, you gotta play the game here." I'm sorry, I'm not fucking gonna get shorted money just because I'm trying to play the game and be nice or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's easy to forget that, when you're a professional wrestler, you are living month to month. What you make in a month is
Independent
going
wrestler.
as an independent wrestler,
Yeah.
sorry. You are living month to month. So what you're making in that month, we count up sometimes. Okay, we've got this, and this, and that's going to budget for this, and this.
Yeah.
So as soon as you start taking away money
From
from our
that
pot,
budget.
from that budget, from that pot, that causes so much stress and anxiety because it's money taken away from us trying to just pay rent, go shopping, pay for the gym. We're
Yeah.
wrestlers. We need to pay for the gym. We need to pay for things
Yeah.
like that in order to present ourselves as stars, as athletes. So when you tap into that because you want to hold on to as much money as possible and be really cheap,
Yeah.
that has knock on consequences
Yeah.
for every single person on your card.
Oh, also too, I think like if you're like trying to haggle a price or like pay people less, and then you're expect because like he asked me to like do a strong style match. Now that takes a bigger toll on my body than just like a goofy crowd like family show match, right? And that was a family show crowd, but this is what he specifically asked me. So you do what the promoter asks. I can do that. I can also like change it so it's a little strong style for that kind of crowd,
Yeah,
but that's like, that's work, extra work that I have to put in. And if he wants like a strong style match with extra bumping and fucking hard strikes and stuff like that, and then at the end he's like, well, I can only give you less. It's like, bro, like you do, like if you're gonna shortchange people, you're not gonna get the quality of matches that you want, and that's
yeah,
why I'm trying to fucking be vague as to who this is. That's why your shows have gone down.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
like over time, your
yeah,
promotion was really prominent at one point, and now it's not because you fucking treat people horribly.
yeah, yeah. And
But
the,
yeah,
the thing is, as well, he's asking you for a strong style match, right? So he's asking you for your knowledge, your expertise
and I
to be
put the
able
whole
to
match
plan that.
together.
You put the whole match together, and then he then is trying to say that you're not worth
The money
this,
that I have
the
asked.
money that you've asked, which is below your normal price
Yeah,
anyway.
it's only this price because
Yeah,
Mexico doesn't fucking it's a little cheaper here, you know.
yeah,
Anyway, well, fuck it. I don't want to get on. It's annoying. It annoyed me at the time, and it just made it worse by the fucking travel. And then the whole next day was like just sleeping,
yeah,
and then I was going for a walk.
yeah. And that's the
That was
thing as
alright, but yeah,
well. It wipes out your next day
yeah.
too.
So yeah. Anyway, what else were we gonna talk about? Was that all? What have we been
Um,
up to
I think that's a pretty good.
in terms of wrestling? Your one looked incredible though. You had like a parade down the street, like for
Oh
advertising the
yeah,
promotion and
yeah.
stuff.
It was really cool.
Those are
I
the types of things in wrestling that you can't fucking like. You can't
You
like
can't not.
replicate.
Yeah,
Like you couldn't even think that that would happen. Then it happens. You're like, what is happening? I'm
yeah.
in a random little town in Mexico doing a
We went on this little bus, like kind of wooden tourist bus, and we got off in the middle of the road. And we um we kind of got to like a little side street, and there was a crowd of people waiting with drums. It's like a marching band, and then people dressed up with little like caricature faces on,
Yeah.
and then they just started. The marching band started, and then these guys were just dancing. I think they had like maracas in
Yeah.
their hands, and then they were just following us down the street as we walked to like the press conference,
That's pretty
the meet and greet. Sorry,
cool. Yeah.
and it was really cool. It was insanely cool.
Yeah.
It felt, I don't know. It's one of those moments in wrestling that, like you said, that you can't replicate. And I think I said it to you. I went to that place. People don't really, they didn't know who I was, right? But they respected the fact that I was a luchadora, and that just goes to show you how big Lucha Libre is. They don't care really about your name. Obviously, if you're a big star like Teneblas Jr. was there, Peralta Morgan, Lady Apache, so they were getting like chants and cheers, and people were really excited to see them. But as just an overall, they were just really excited that any wrestler was in town.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show how incredibly,
What's also crazy as well, a lot of people can just tell we're wrestlers. Like, how many
yeah,
people on the street will just stop us and go, Luchadors?
yeah,
They're like, oh, what?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure. I'm not even that, like, I'm not big or anything,
Oh, oh, get
Come
off,
on, say it for me.
get
Give it
off. Oh,
to me.
you're big.
Big boy.
You're a big
Nah,
boy.
nah, yeah. So, all right, well, we're going to move on because I think a lot of these next two topics are going to take up obviously take up most of the time. But I want to talk about our review of WrestleMania, and then I want to talk about CM Punk fucking choking out a little bitch. No, no, I don't know. Choking out somebody. I don't know where I was. I don't know why I said that. We'll get onto it in a sec. But yeah, so WrestleMania 40. Fucking how do you feel? I mean, get the thing is around the just after the message I got before this. Fucking I was talking about WWE. Um, I don't say anything. Okay. It's hard when I've obviously worked in the company, and then to get around WrestleMania season, and everybody's super excited about wrestling. To then fucking watch it and it be a sick show. I get a massive feeling like of missing out, FOMO, if you will. But it is still pretty cool and a great spectacle to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to add anything? Come closer. Come
Oh,
closer to the
hello. I'm
microphone.
sliding in closer.
Don't you hit that desk.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to. Me and my knees. Okay. So I thought night two was incredible. I thought night one probably
Bringing up the card so we can.
okay. I think night one wasn't as strong, but
Yeah.
again, it's not really for me to judge because I'm nowhere near that level.
I mean, you can still like people always say shit like that, but you're a wrestling fan at the end of the day, right? So just just what how you enjoyed it as a fan, you
Well,
know?
I think from a fan's perspective, then John Cena was on night two, so that was 1,000% better.
All
If
right,
I'm talking
fair enough.
as if I go back into my childhood mentality of
Yeah.
what did I like? I liked John Cena, and John Cena appeared, and I almost threw up and cried with excitement.
Okay, we're not on to night two yet. We'll go through night
Okay,
one first. All
sorry.
right, so the first match was the opening match of WrestleMania was Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch,
Yeah,
and Rhea defeated her
yeah, which I think,
via Riptide. I mean, it was the right choice,
yeah,
obviously.
of course.
And I think we were watching when we were watching it at the time. I was like, "Is Becky a little off?" And again, like you have to give them the benefit of the doubt. It's WrestleMania. It's big, maybe nerves. But
Yeah.
I was just watching. I was like, "What's going on here?"
Well, I think they said that she was sick, right? She had tonsillitis or something like that.
Oh, fucking put me out there with tonsillitis.
Tonsil-
It's that Christmas disease. Tonsillitis. Nah, yeah.
I think you could tell that she was sick. You could see in her face
Yeah.
that she just needed to get through this match.
Oh,
That she wasn't all there in a sense of, you know, when you're sick and you have to wrestle and you're like, this is really hard and I just have to get through it. Your
feel fucking
energy
mentally
levels
sick.
aren't there.
I do that not every weekend. Mentally unwell wrestling. Do that every weekend. What are you talking about? Come on, it's WrestleMania. A little bloody take a Panadol. Nah, I don't know. Nah, I just thought something looked a little off. I don't know.
I
But like
think,
Rhea was fucking fantastic.
yeah, she was great. I think I just liken it to sometimes when you do trainings and if you're sick or whatever,
Yeah.
and you just feel like I just want to get through this training,
Yeah.
and everything in the training feels off and everything hurts a little bit more. It very much seemed like that.
Okay, next match was the fucking six-pack ladder match for the Undisputed W Tag Team titles. A-Town Down won the SmackDown titles, and oh,
R-Truth and Miz.
R-Truth and Miz.
Yeah.
Um,
R-Truth had his WrestleMania moment.
his WrestleMania moment, that was fucking all. I mean, the only two things that I remember from that match were Truth doing the comeback and doing that hot tag, which was class.
That was amazing.
And Jordan Devlin, JD McDonough fucking taking that massive bump off the ladder.
Well, I think I said to you after he stopped R-Truth the first time from getting the belt, climbing the ladder, getting the belt. I think I said to you, you need to message him now and say that you're not speaking to him ever again. He's wrecked it.
He's wrecked it.
I'm really angry.
But yeah, who else was in there? There was Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate. Cool, man. Fucking rock on, dudes. Fucking live your best lives. New Day. I don't remember those guys in there. Or DIY. I don't remember that at all. Oh, fuck. Whatever. Anyway, moving on. Right, I didn't even watch this match, to be honest. I think, what was I doing?
Which
it
match
was Rey
it?
Mysterio and Andrade with Carlito Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilde, and Zelina Vega defeated Santos Escobar, Dirty Dominic Mysterio with Angel Berto, Elektra Lopez. Who the fuck? I don't know, dude. What? I don't even know who some of those guys are. Oh, fuck, I know who they are. Berto and Angel. Angel Garza and Berto.
Yeah.
It's just the way it was written here. I was like, what the fuck is Angel Berto?
I was literally, yeah. I think you were cooking.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what you were doing.
Yeah.
You were cooking. I don't think the match was anything to write home about.
Don't remember it?
I don't really remember all that much, to be honest.
Then we'll move on.
Yeah.
Jey Uso defeated Jimmy Uso.
This was weird.
This was a very weird match.
This was a weird match.
I was kind of excited for it because I was like, okay, what are they going to do? And I thought like maybe... Also, on night when the crowd was a little weird.
The crowd were off, and I think that affected a lot of the matches.
Yeah. I don't know, because I feel like this match, like, because I was trying to like put my own like mind into it, how they planned it.
Yeah.
And I feel like the moments that they had planned would have gone better in like a hotter crowd. Like obviously, whenever you plan a match, you're thinking the hottest, most crowd. Hottest crowd. Yeah. So like there was like there was about 400 super kicks in this match. But besides that, there was moments where he was like standing over him, like yelling at him, and then he'd super kick him.
Yeah.
And I felt like that was planned with like a really fucking like rowdy crowd, and they're just taking their time.
Yeah.
I was just like, get going, guys.
I think
it just stayed in like one gear the whole time.
The whole time.
It felt like a tennis match. It was like with super kicks, you know, like
but the slowest tennis match you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's hard because I feel like they are a great tag team.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily singles wrestlers, and also all of their offense is exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like everything, they don't do anything different from each other.
Yeah.
And like you said, they're not going to do something different in that match because it's not over. They're not just going to pull a move out the bag that they've never done before. Yeah. So it's really hard because it was just constantly like super kick, super kick, super kick, splash.
But then even that, they did like a super, like running super kick, and the crowd were just like, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. Like I could see where they were like had planned the spots for the pops, but like it just didn't really fucking flow.
Yeah.
Anyway, next match, 6-woman tag team match. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi defeated Damage Control, Asuka, Dakota Kai, and Kairi Sane.
I think it was exactly just what it needed to be.
I said that at the time we were watching it, and they kept Jade's stuff to a minimum, which was great. And I said this since I saw her at the Rumble, like since she's been in WWE. I think she's like, they're only giving her a little stuff to like get her used to it, and obviously she's still in training. But they're like, everything that she's done has been pretty good. Yeah. Like she's really like killed it. She's like in terms of like the stuff that they've given her.
I think you said it. She's really just slow. She takes her moments.
Fuck, she looks fucking fantastic as well. Like as a star. When she came out and she had that fucking
line down her face.
I was like,
both of us went, oh wow.
Fuck, she looked great.
She looks awesome. So yeah, it's exactly what it needed to be for her.
Yeah.
And then obviously the more experienced guys did more.
Yeah.
I think that's just exactly what it needed to be. It was great.
Yeah. Um. Whatever. And the next match, I was
So
gonna say
enthused.
I was gonna say something about the other team, but I couldn't be fucked to be honest.
That
Because who cares? Sami Zayn defeated Gunther. Great match. This is
was
probably the
awesome.
match. This is the match of the night, like
Yeah,
hands down.
yeah,
At first, I was thinking, I hope this card like gets there for the finish,
yeah,
and they did, which was fucking great.
yeah.
And to all the people online that were saying that Sami Zayn's fucking brainbuster into the corner was a botch, no, it's not. His old gimmick was El Generico, and he fucking did that as a finish.
Were people saying that?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, people online like, oh fuck. I think it was all the AEW fucking idiots going like, oh fucking botches his move. I don't know. What like, come on, dudes. Like, listen to that crowd. They were fucking like on fire for that finish.
Also, like it was sick. It was so correctly placed, and Gunther is a big guy, so to
Yeah,
lift him up like that, and then to deliver that move so accurately
yeah,
and safely,
yeah,
that's insane.
yeah, yep. But it was cool though. It
It
was
was a
great.
fantastic
It was
match. It
just
was
a good
awesome.
match. And then the main event was Bloodline, The Rock and Roman Reigns before Heyman defeated Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins. Holy fuck! It went 44 minutes.
No way.
Oh yeah, I kind of felt like that to be honest. Now that I think about it. It's what I said to you when we were watching it. I was just like, why did they start with chain wrestling or like little like spots? And, like there was
Oh
miscommunication. Again,
yes.
miscommunications, whatever that's gonna happen out there. They obviously didn't plan for that. But there was like odd chain wrestling at the start, and
I forgot about that.
this is a feud. Why wouldn't you guys just like start with like a
Yeah,
wild attitude era brawl, which they eventually did go to?
yeah,
But I was like, I feel like they're having to pad for time or something.
yeah.
Or they
Maybe.
were given the whole time. They're like, "Oh fuck it, we'll slow chain at the start." I was like, "That's not what this." Especially that crowd sitting there for like 4 hours at that point.
Yeah, I just all of it's meant to be like this is the time to take down the bloodline.
Yeah, and
This
they're
is
like,
our
"Okay,
moment. It's
let's
like
chain
okay,
wrestle." Like, what the fuck, guys?
just
I mean, whatever. They're the fucking like main eventers. They can do whatever the fuck they want. But I was just like, this is odd, and it felt odd, and I felt like
yeah,
the crowd felt odd.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But
yeah,
they obviously in the back end they got there. But again, it just felt really like everything felt one like first gear. They never got into second or third. They're just like, okay, we just need to get through this match.
yeah. I mean, by the end of it, it completely changed,
Yeah,
and it was real sick. But the first half of the match, or even three quarters of the match, was a
yeah,
real struggle, and it felt odd. And then the last, let's say, 15 minutes of the match was incredible,
yeah.
like really incredible.
Well, you would fucking hope so.
So
You would hope so for a main event. Again, I don't know if like they were trying to. I don't know. It just felt like one speed the whole time.
yeah,
Like it was just like fuck. I don't know if they were saving themselves for the next night. Maybe, but like again, like fucking. It's also hard to believe that Rock's like however old he is, 51 or something like
it
that.
looked insane.
Yeah, it just looked like the same fucking dude.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right,
we on to night two.
we're not too. So yeah, but so like the highlights were like Sammy and Gunther, like as like just a sick standalone match.
Yeah.
Rhea versus Becky was pretty good too. I did like it. Okay, let's have a look. Fuck, hold on. I've got to find. What was I just on? Might be this one. Oh yeah, here.
Oh, here we go. Here we go,
No,
baby.
it was
Here we
Raw.
go.
Oh wait,
Ooh.
no, that's not right. Oh yeah, it is it. That's right. Okay, so the first match of night two was Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. Uh, Pretty good.
The ending was good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and then fucking Damian
And then
Priest.
Damian
Yeah.
Priest came out and won. That
Yeah.
was great.
That was cool. And I liked the match too. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this is just a sick like normal like not normal match. It was just a sick, good, fast paced, like action heavy.
Yeah.
I think that's what it like needed to be to like kick off, night two.
Night two. It just needed a good match of good wrestling with good wrestlers.
Yeah.
It's very well rounded.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
a good finish as well.
Yeah.
And the
Uh,
excitement of Priest winning.
what I liked about that Damian Priest thing was they left the moment for Drew so long that you thought there's no way there's a cash in.
Oh, that's it.
Because
You
it was like a
reminded
lot
me
of
to be fair.
celebrating. He went
Yeah.
over to his wife. He went
Yeah.
back in the ring. The
Yeah.
stuff with CM Punk,
Yeah.
and that was pretty cool. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, I like that. And yeah, it was kind of like a like, oh, I didn't see that coming moment. Okay, the next match was the Pride versus the Final Testament. I didn't even know what the fuck they're called. The Pride.
I didn't know that
I didn't know that either.
at all.
I thought it was like, what was the old one that Bob Lashley's? The Hurt Business? I thought it was like the new Hurt Business. Is it called the Pride?
I don't
That's
know.
not right, is it?
I don't know. I cannot
Yeah.
comment, to be honest.
It was good. It was short. I think it was what it needed to be. Bobber didn't actually get what he was the referee.
Forgot about that as
Yeah,
well.
but he didn't actually get involved in a sense. He just let them win, which was
Yeah.
great. I thought because it didn't put the spotlight on Bobber.
Yeah.
It kept the spotlight on the
It
superstars,
let them have their moment.
and it was cool. And like the crowd were fucking up, and then their fucking table broke. It's just like sucked the wind out of the crowd, but they got it, and the crowd popped, so it was fine. But yeah, fucking hell. I tell you what, the carrying cross, fucking God, the worst wrestler. Just fucking heat vacuum. Just fucking start up the vacuum and excuse, just mind your feet. Just get all that heat up under there. Fucking hell, man. It's so annoying. It's like, you can see him trying really hard and like, but it's like, shut up. I don't even feel bad for him. I'm like, shut up. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know why. That's how I feel when I see him. I'm sorry, man, if you're listening to this, because I know everybody's bloody listened to it.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, but it was a pretty cool match though. I did like it.
I mean, he looks better now than what he did before as well.
I mean, fucking hell! Like he's also
That's
been
much
through the
better.
ringer with like all the Vince McMahon era, like
yeah.
the gladiator fucking thing that he was doing.
Yeah.
So fuck, he needs to just reinvent himself. So yeah. And then it was like the third match, LA Knight versus AJ Styles. Pretty good. I think like the match fucking was helped by the fact how over LA Knight
I was
is.
gonna say that.
Yeah.
LA Knight, obviously, he's real over.
AJ Styles is one of my favorites of all time, but
And
I just
he's huge right now
oh
too.
yeah, he's fucking stacked. Tell
Yeah.
me what you're bloody on, mate. Give us the
I want
secrets.
some of that.
But yeah, yeah. This guy gave it a B plus. I don't know about that, man. It was pretty good though. Like again, LA Knight's like overness like helped that match.
Yeah.
AJ Styles is like the most incredible worker in the world, but just like the crowd was just like, okay, it's like annoying as fuck.
I think
until the like the last section of the match.
I think it's hard because sometimes I think because WrestleMania is across 2 nights.
Yeah.
They put a lot of matches in that are just filler matches.
Yeah.
That for a WrestleMania people don't really care about all that much.
Yeah.
You know, they're not title matches. There's not really any stakes to them. It's just a match and a kind of rushed storyline, I guess, or a storyline that's not got that much importance in the company right now.
Yeah. Moving on to the next match was Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. I love this match.
This match was so sick.
I thought it was awesome.
This guy gave it an A minus.
Yeah, he gave it an A minus.
I'm going A plus.
Yeah, A plus plus. How fucking dare you?
An A star.
Yeah, I just my favorite part was when Randy Orton gave the fucking prime model, who was Speed, I think, the influencer Speed.
Yeah.
Gave him a fucking RKO on the thing, and the cap of the bottle flew off.
Yeah.
I thought that was fucking perfect. I don't know if that meant to happen.
Yeah.
I was like, brilliant.
Yeah.
You can't fucking like, you couldn't like ask for a better fucking.
It's like that. It's like the Grinch scene. Brilliant.
You retract your own bottle cap. I know, but yeah, it was great. I love Logan Paul as a wrestler. He looks like he's trying so hard.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was fucking great.
He's so good, and I think him being in there with two wrestlers like Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Yeah. Randy Orton being one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Yeah.
I think it's just what he needed as well.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, my back's sore. Sitting on the floor. Okay, move on because we didn't get through this.
Okay.
Io Sky versus Bayley. I thought this match was fucking awesome.
This match was amazing. It was.
I did not expect that. Not that I think they're bad wrestlers by any means, but I just didn't. I don't know. I didn't have like high expectations for it, and it was pretty good.
I think as wrestlers go, they're two of the better girls, obviously. So I think, especially with somebody like Io, who's as talented as she is, I think it would have been hard for them not to have a great match.
Yeah.
I think it commanded a certain level, a certain standard, just because of the wrestlers that were in it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you knew Sasha and Bianca were having a match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Like you didn't know how good it was going to be, but you knew that if any girls can kill it, these girls can. And I feel the same with Bailey and Io.
Yeah, just a little bit of advice for you, Bailey, though. Just you should have ended on the Bailey's belly.
Yeah.
You didn't need the elbow drop and the fucking whatever else she did afterwards. I was like, what is she doing? She's
Yeah.
better. Because it was just a little like
Just
slow.
do the belly to
What
belly.
was the last move she did?
Mm. I think she does this thing where she wraps her foot around the back
Oh,
of your head or
it's
something.
like yeah, it was like yeah.
Something like that.
I don't know what they called it, but yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? I was like, just pin her after the Bailey to
Is that a
belly.
new move that she's doing? It
Obviously,
seems
because
like
I've
it's
never
a
seen
new
it
like
before.
finisher. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
Maybe
she's just trying to get it over.
I mean, yeah. Okay, and then the main event, of course, which was Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. I mean, fuck, it was just overbooked bullshit with just too many run-ins.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't a real match.
It was too chaotic.
I tell you what, I fucking been like looking on threads a lot.
Yeah.
Because I never ever go on threads, right?
Yeah.
It's the worst fandom ever.
Were people saying that on
People
threads?
just like everything on like if you go on like Facebook, if you I don't go on fucking Twitter, but like whatever else you go into fan forums or whatever, there's like a genuine like general narrative about wrestling. Then you go on threads, it's the complete opposite.
Oh my god.
I don't know if it's just for the AEW fans that hate WWE,
Maybe.
because you can see everybody. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter who you follow on threads.
Yeah.
You can just see whoever. Fucking hell, it was just like overbooked bullshit. What's fucking taken there? Doesn't make sense. I was like, do you know what? I think it was just pretty cool.
I think it was really cool.
I think it was nice
I
and it
think
was
it was
fun
awesome.
and it was cool.
Yeah.
And they closed the story and they shouldn't have swerved the story because there wasn't another time for Cody to win the title. If they
Yeah.
waited another year, it wouldn't have happened or it would have been as cool. I think everybody would have turned on him. Because I just think sometimes when the story's fairly obvious, it just needs to be that story.
Well, I thought that was last year. I
Yeah.
thought they were crazy giving it another year. And now they've given it another year
And they've done the best business they've ever done.
and they've done the best business that they've ever done. But that also doesn't mean that you constantly keep taking advantage of that.
Yeah.
So I think this here right now was perfect.
Yeah. No, it was awesome. It was a nice moment.
Well, we were at Arena Mexico last night, training with Tony Salazar. And am I allowed to say that?
Oh, who
You're
cares?
freaking out.
You've said it now.
I mean, yeah, but you looked at me like.
We're in Mexico with Steve Malel with Tony Salazar. Oh, just put that in there. Yeah, go on, keep going.
We're only just doing some trainings there, but
Yeah.
his son was there, and we heard after the training we were getting ready to go, and we heard Michael Cole
Like on his phone.
and obviously it was a clip from WrestleMania, and it was the end clip when everyone was doing the run-ins.
Yeah.
And Tony was like so excited watching it.
We're all wrestling fans at the end.
Yeah,
of the day,
I know.
Like,
I just
how
think
cool
it's.
was all that?
I think it's so cool. I think it's a really funny thing. So, and I think if you impress somebody like him, then that's good.
Yeah.
Then that speaks volumes,
Just like
to be
dude
honest.
that's been in the business however
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
100 years.
Like just
still
popping
been-
at John Cena coming back and the Undertaker, it was
Yeah,
pretty funny.
you nearly fell off your seat when Cena came out.
I literally had tears in my eyes.
Yeah, you did.
I did. It just reminds me of that it's the magic of watching wrestling, and it goes.
Yeah.
It takes you back to when you were a kid.
Yeah.
And I would see John Cena. It always provokes the same feeling.
There was a point in my career, or I guess my life as a wrestling fan, that I was always like, it just needs to be a normal match. Just Cody goes over like Roman, like that was like,
Yeah.
And I think that's how a lot of fans felt as well, like
Yeah.
idiot fans, whatever. Like, and I get that, like you want to see just that like that closed story, but like again, wrestling's a spectacle and wrestling's fucking fun. And
Yeah.
all those run-ins were fucking fun.
Yeah.
Like, just shit's going there and Pete going there and fucking The Rock's coming out and Cena's coming out
Yeah.
and the Taker comes out. It's like,
Yeah.
like, it's just like, it was just like, that's fun.
The thing is, as well, it was a bloodline rules match. So it wasn't even it wasn't even this hokey thing of like the referee's knocked out and then all of these people.
I think also too, people will like build themselves up like there was going to be way more like Stone Cold and stuff, which I would have loved. That would have been awesome if he came out to get Rock. But I remember this like thinking about it, and I was thinking like, yeah, but like if Stone Cold came out, maybe it would just take away from like Cody Rhodes' moment. It would just be about Stone Cold and The Rock being in the ring. So like I can understand what maybe he wasn't there, but like still Taker was there. But again, Taker went in and out so quick that it didn't actually matter. Like you don't dwell on it.
The same with all of them.
Yeah.
Every single person who came and did a run in, it was seconds and then they were out.
Yeah.
None of it took over the match.
Yeah.
Um, it just added some extra excitement to it,
Mm-hmm.
and it was only like a small portion of the match as well.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't
The
that.
problem is though, like I feel like the people were waiting for that stuff. That's the only problem with those types of matches. Like
Yeah,
they know that there's gonna be run-ins and stuff
yeah.
because the line rules.
The trouble is, you can't win though,
No, of
because if you
course.
don't do that, you're gonna have fans who go, oh, "I just wanted more. I wanted
Yeah.
to see somebody. I wanted some excitement."
Well, you can never win, so just
Yeah,
and again, you can never win with wrestling fans,
yeah.
so you may as well just be happy that they did what they did.
It's like the Royal Rumble, right? Um, they started bringing people back and surprises for the Rumble. So now every Rumble, you're expecting somebody to come back.
And then
But
number
it's
30 and the big show comes out, and you're like, what the fuck?
yeah, you know, and then you do a Rumble like I think this year's Rumble, and there aren't any surprises, and you just kind of go, "Oh, that was a bit lame."
Well, they've done it. I can't remember. Honestly, I don't remember anyway. But like, I don't know if they did any surprises last year.
I don't
Maybe
think
they
so.
did. I can't remember. But maybe they're giving it a rest for like a couple years.
Which, to
Because
be honest, I think they
WWE
need
can
to.
do that though. They
Yeah.
can they can just rest things for like a couple years and then just start bringing them out again. Okay, so that was night 2 of
Yeah.
WrestleMania. Brilliant, wonderful. Fucking just just fucking 10 out of 10, man.
It was
And
cool.
just one other moment from the weekend that I wanted to just shout out was the speech by fucking what's the guy's name? That guy in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, oh gosh.
Who was the guys that were
Um.
not Paul Heyman? Oh, that was a great speech though.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
The guy, fucking Hall of Fame,
Thunderbolt Patterson.
Thunderbolt Patterson. That's it.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, what a fucking speech.
The thing is, it started off. It was really funny. You were like, I don't know how this is gonna go,
Yeah.
and it started off, and he was going, I want to thank God and my family and good people and all of this, and God brought good people in my life, etc.,
Yeah.
etc. And I was like, okay, this is okay.
Yeah.
And then he just spoke about several other things, none of which I understood or followed.
It went for like 20 minutes.
And it went for like 20 minutes.
Brilliant.
So yeah.
So that was good. Anyway, so that wraps up our fucking review of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Fucking 3 thumbs up. All right. I don't know. Bro, fucking 10 out of 10. Fucking.
We're watching the new Fallout series and you're already thinking about mutations.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got 3 thumbs now.
That is a fucking wicked series. We watched 2 episodes.
You are going crazy.
It's so true to the games.
No, the thing is, right, you're sitting there and every like 2 minutes you're pausing it to explain something else. So in the game, this is this and this is this.
Well, I want you to know. I want you to know the lore, right?
Okay. And then we watch some more and you're like, okay, so I've got to tell you. So this means this. This little
the
Geiger
brotherhood-
counter thing is for like the radiation. I'm taking the mick out of you for it right now.
Yeah,
but
but you're-
actually I find
but-
it quite endearing.
Yeah, and also it saved you going. "Hey, what does this mean?"
Well, the thing is, I say that and you go like this. You go.
No, because
No,
you
no, wait,
asked
no,
me.
wait,
Oh,
wait,
okay.
wait. You go like this, and then you pause it, and then you immediately get really excited about explaining it to me.
Uh-huh.
So you're like, oh gosh, I need to explain all of this. You pause it. You go, okay. So what it actually is in the games.
Yeah, but also too, so I can explain to you about the game lore or like what's on the show, like that's in the game. But then you'll ask me things about the plot. Is that person dead? I don't know. It's part of the story.
Yeah, but sometimes there's like, for example, when we watch The Last of Us,
Mhm.
The Last of Us follows the narrative of the game.
Oh, this one.
And
doesn't.
I don't know if there's a narrative in the game, like some of the characters that we've seen in the show, the characters in the game.
No, they're all like new characters.
Yeah, and that's been established now.
Yeah.
But at first, I didn't know that. So that's why I asked some questions that you seemingly found.
Sorry, I'm yawning. I'm tired. It's a hard workout today.
Well, I'm out of here. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your time.
Okay, let's move on. What else we got to cover? Oh, fuck, get out of my face. Oh, bloody headbutt, yeah. Okay. What are we going to cover?
Dynamite?
AEW.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. All right. Well, did you watch the CM Punk? Well, let's just talk about the CM Punk footage.
Okay.
So, on Dynamite, they aired that they were building it up that they were going to release the footage of CM Punk fucking strangling Jungle Jack Man,
Jack Perry. Jack
Jungle
Perry.
Jack Man
There,
Perry,
there you go. There you go.
and
Absolutely
yeah,
nailed it.
and I don't know why they did this. To be honest, it just looks fucking terrible,
The
man.
funniest thing was Dave Meltzer's tweet. I don't think they should have aired that.
I don't think. Yeah, I think he might have deleted it. To be honest.
That's so funny though.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. But like, God, like, but it was exactly what Punk said in that Ariel Horny podcast.
Yeah.
It's exactly what happened. It looks like they got in his face, like each other's face, and he got too close, said something, and then Punk choked him a little bit. They got separated. It was the way that they were selling it was like, oh, Punk threw punches, and it's gonna make him look
Tone.
really in a real bad light. Tony was fucking fearing for his life in the corner. It wasn't that at all. It was a little scuffle that we've had in schoolyards.
I mean, I've seen worse fights in schoolyards.
Yeah, I've had worse fights in schoolyards.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, that's the worst thing you could have done.
It's
Why did they just to bump a quick rating? I don't know. That's what it feels like anyway. It feels like they're just trying to bump a quick rating.
the thing is, what it seems to me right now is everything in AEW is very short sighted. So it's whatever they need to do to get a spike in ratings that they'll do. But they're not doing anything for a long term vision, a long term increase in viewers. You know, like in WWE, right? They set storylines up, and these storylines, like with the Bloodline, they go for 2 years. The Judgment Day's been going for a year. They're putting stock and very gradually building up interest so that people want to tune in. But the trouble is, nobody wants to tune into AEW, and they're not doing anything about that other than minuscule little things to try and get people to spike to people to tune in to spike ratings.
Fuck it. Like, this video is just the most fucking weirdest thing ever. Like, why would you? Like, why would you? The thing is, when you've got like competition, why even acknowledge the other competition? Like, why
Yeah.
even put like CM Punk footage on your program when he works for the other
Yeah.
company? It doesn't make sense.
It's petty. It's unprofessional.
It's petty and it looks petty. It looks
looks-
unprofessional and
yeah.
it makes you look second rate. Like,
Yeah,
I
it
don't,
does.
I
It
don't think
does.
there's anybody out there that doesn't agree with that. It
Yeah.
looks fucking horrendous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and the other thing is just like, and then like the other thing that was on that same Dynamite was Will Ospreay's promo about Triple H. Bro, you look fucking like weird. Like,
Yeah.
like it looks fucking like, for the fans there, they probably loved it. Like, I would imagine, but like, stop mentioning the other company. Why don't you just focus on yourselves?
Yeah.
Create stars, build up your own fucking stars. Like, it's the weirdest thing. Like, and like, and I don't understand the fan base of like just being so fucking diehard that they have to justify everything. And again, I'm not against AEW or WWE. I'm not either way.
I think AEW has a place
Yeah,
in wrestling.
I'm not
I
either
do.
way, but I don't like this toxic fan base that like will just like justify madness. Like, I saw
Yeah.
people again on threads about that Punk video, and they were like, "Look, well, you can see that Punk
It's clearly the aggressor.
is clearly the aggressor, and Joe had to take Jack away for safe." Like, they just twist what they've seen. No,
Yeah.
Punk said what it was. The video showed what it was, and the other people got caught lying about it.
Yeah.
So stop this fucking bullshit. Just look at it for what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, God, it's just such a weird time in wrestling where like this shit flies. Whatever happened to just fucking wrestling? Whatever happened to just having good stories? Oh, hold on, it's on the other channel at the moment. You know what I mean? Like, guys, like, fucking hell, who cares about this backstage shit? I care about what's on TV. That's why I started watching when I was a kid. I like big characters. I like the drama. I like fucking seeing sick matches. You know what I mean? That's what I like. I don't give a fuck if somebody had a little petty squabble backstage.
Yeah.
It's fucking shit.
Yeah.
And it's making wrestling fucking look lame.
Yeah.
And it makes people look at wrestling fans like they're a joke. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what wrestling fans are like? They get all fucking worked up about this and
Yeah.
blah blah. Come on, guys, fuck like,
Yeah, I think it's just if you're a wrestler as well and you can't take like obviously you're gonna get criticism from people. You're gonna get criticism from other wrestlers. Yeah, it's shit or whatever, and I can understand. But if you're so confident in yourself, you don't have to respond to anything. You can just go out there and with your work ethic, show what you need to show to prove it. You don't have to say anything. Actions always mean more than words,
like
and
yeah.
you don't. If it really is something that's bothering you, you don't have to dignify it with any response because You bring yourself down by doing that.
And also the guys like this, the young bucks that are like kind of, I don't fucking know. Anyway, they're in the middle of this stuff, right?
Yeah,
It feels very much like they're just doing everything out of spite. They're
yeah,
doing jokes out of spite. They're wrestling out of spite.
yeah,
Everything. Like that's not the way you do things. Like at the end of the day, we know. Well, I know, like the Young Bucks, we're a good tag team on the Indies,
yeah,
or are a good tag team.
yeah,
Can be exciting, have good matches. Why can't you just do that?
yeah,
Like, just go out and put on a real sick product if that's what like you want to do.
yeah.
Why does it always have to be tongue-in-cheek jokes about fucking the other company or about some wrestler or about something backstage? It doesn't look great, and I don't know why this is so hard for people to fucking like understand. Nobody get like again, nobody cares about the backstage drama like that. Like it only hurts the product, the on-screen product.
I think it speaks to wrestling as a whole right now. Everybody thinks that they have to do stuff to get over, instead of, like you always say, just wrestling really sick.
Wrestle really
Just
sick, have a sick
yeah,
character, do cool things in wrestling. We can do anything in wrestling. You know, we have so much freedom as wrestlers to
yeah,
do cool things and be creative and fucking have sick storylines and have sick matches and do cool moves and whatever.
yeah,
Why is it in this day and age that you have to fucking go online and bury somebody
yeah,
or create some fucking online drama just to fucking get ahead?
yeah,
It's a quick fix, and at the end of the day, it's like you I always say this, like if you haven't learned how to actually wrestle and you try to have a gimmick,
yeah,
like you just fall by the wayside eventually.
yeah,
You get exposed.
yeah,
It's the same thing here, like on a bigger scale. Like if you have no substance and you're just trying to fucking create drama and things to get ahead in wrestling, you'll be exposed. And this is what it feels like. It feels like AEW's being exposed for just fucking like having no substance and just trying to create
yeah,
drama and narrative around other wrestlers that aren't even in their fucking in their
yeah.
company.
It just seems mean. Like
Mean
plain
spirited.
plain and simple. It's petty and it's mean. You just there's nothing wrong with just focusing on yourself.
And also, just on that as well, WWE wrestlers that fucking like then tweet back about them, like the lower card, mid card
Yeah,
guys, just worry about yourselves, guys.
yeah,
Fucking hell, you guys are in the biggest company in the world, making all the money that you ever want. You don't need to fucking punch down on people. Again, this company isn't even a fucking like threat to WWE.
yeah,
AEW, not anymore. Maybe it was in the beginning. I don't think it really ever has. But like even if you thought that way, you still don't need to punch down on people's work.
yeah,
Like fucking hell, like I see like some of those guys like Dijak and stuff like tweeting at at AW wrestlers. I'm like, bro, who cares? Like you're in a fucking way better company. You're
yeah.
probably
Just
getting
stay
paid
away
twice
from
as
it all.
much.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need to do that, and then it fucking incites all these fucking fans to be like, take this side or this side, WWE or AEW, and it's just like, oh
I
fuck.
think wrestling is really toxic nowadays. That people can't just let other people have success. They have to try,
Well, we
and
fucking know that firsthand,
we
don't
know
we?
that firsthand. They, I think people think that everyone's vying for their spot, the same position almost,
Yeah.
and that if somebody's in this position, that they then can't be in that position, so they have to try and take people down from pedestals so that they can then try and fill that position,
Mm,
and that's why people create drama. That's why people shit on people to promoters.
yeah.
That's why they cause issues in matches or put passive aggressive things online about other wrestlers, and creating divisions rather than just turning up,
Doing your job.
doing your job, wrestling, and going home.
And again, I don't want to sit here and go, I have never partaken in any of that behavior because I have.
Because you do, and it's very easy to
And
get
it's
caught
very
up in
easy
it.
to
It
have.
is.
And like, I know there'll probably be fucking some wrestlers that if they ever listen to this, be like, fuck, what's Trevor's talking about, you know? But the thing is, I've been fucking torn down from this industry. And
Yeah,
I see the fucking, like, the worst of it.
yeah,
And I've seen what causes what and why you feel certain
yeah,
ways. And, like, how my own insecurities actually dictated a lot of that fucking
yeah,
behavior.
yeah.
So if I can see that within myself, I can see it in, like, other people doing it as well.
Yeah, and I think we hold ourselves accountable a lot more for that now because I say to you, I know this is just coming from insecurity.
Yeah,
So
if
I
we have a
need
little
to
bitch session, we're like, this is just us being insecure, but let me
insecure.
just vent
Yeah,
this
yeah,
out.
yeah. And then we'll be like, okay, now I've got it out. I need to pull myself back
Yeah,
because that's just it's come from an insecure place and it's
yeah,
not real and it's not right. So, and that sounds like we're saying we're the best people. We're not. We get caught up in a lot of you know.
Especially here in Mexico as
Yeah,
well, because
it's
it's so
really
easy
hard.
to do in Mexico.
Yeah.
Like, especially when you're feeling down, or you feel like things are unfair, or you look at, like, I look at somebody like myself who has been cancelled for certain things, and then you see other people who you probably know. I'm not trying to fuck it. I'm trying to generalize here.
Yeah.
Like, I know that are probably worse people than me,
And more problematic.
more problematic than me, getting more things in wrestling, and that's really hard sometimes to, like, not compare myself to. And that's where I feel, I still have a lot of work on myself to, like, try and chill out about those sort of things, because again, the business doesn't owe me anything. The world doesn't owe me anything, and that's a fucking Martin Sterling, my trainer's,
Mhm.
like, quote. And yeah, it's just one of those things that it is what it is, and you have to just learn to deal, you know, with
Yeah.
what it is. I don't even remember what our original point is, but like,
It was
uh,
just, off the back of all the CM Punk stuff.
oh god, yeah, yeah, the business is in a really weird, like why it's good. It also feels in a really odd place, and I
It
think that's just because of all this, like, this drama that's being created.
it feels like everybody's out for themselves more than ever.
Yeah, it feels like you're gonna get fucking your head cut off if you, like,
Yeah.
stick your neck up too far or something.
Yeah.
Tall
Yeah.
tall poppy syndrome.
Yeah. 1,000%.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I think social media really doesn't help with that. I think because people very easily compare themselves to each other, and it fuels insecurity.
Yeah.
It fuels insecurity, and then you feel upset or particularly bitter. And you don't actually really know the full story, or you don't really know what somebody's going through. You just see a particular side and go, fuck them, why are they getting this?
And also too, like, I just, we look at, we try not to check the comment sections of places too much, but, like, in the last week, like, Kev sent me that comment section from some AEW. I don't know
Yeah,
what it was, but I was just like, how is it so, like, really, like, it's like people actually, if they saw people in real life, they would kill them or something.
yeah,
It was so
yeah,
toxic. I was like,
yeah,
and I've seen that on a few videos. I was like, how has AEW, like, cultivated this really fucking, like, toxic? I mean, all wrestling is like
yeah,
this, but it was just the videos that I was looking at, the comment sections that I was looking at was AEW related. It's like, how is this? How have we cultivated this sort of behavior? It's disgusting,
yeah,
and, like, fucking hell, like, it's already bad enough in the wrestling business to see fucking the fans on the outside being fucking maybe worse
yeah.
and more fucking toxic than anybody else. It's like, it's scary, man. But it's the business. Woo! Let's go.
It's a business we decided to be in. I think that the annoying thing about it all is for people like ourselves. We came into the business because we love wrestling, and all that we want to do is wrestle and live out our dreams and have the best opportunities as possible, but not to cut anybody down.
Yeah.
We just want to progress ourselves. And then, within that our journeys, you get sucked into problems that you really don't want to have, and sucked into drama and people putting things on you that, or like putting problems on you that you don't. We've not done anything wrong. We're just wrestling, but people find a reason to not like you or
Well, I think
fall out with you
yeah,
or try and
well,
hold you back. And
yeah, well, I think it's only been magnified since we've been in Mexico as well. Because we were like, I know this is going to be hard coming here.
yeah,
People are going to probably come for us because of my problems online. And, like, we just try to stick to just wrestling and doing, we're trying to follow the advice of, like, somebody like a Conan, or like promoters that we kind of
yeah,
thought were, like, higher up. And in the end, there was literally nothing we could have done without fucking them dragging us into,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
dragging us into drama.
yeah,
Like, we try to keep our nose clean. We try to fucking, like, just turn up, work, go home, and there's still fucking promoters, like we said before, that still try to stiff you for money, talk shit about you. There's still
yeah,
wrestlers that get jealous, and,
yeah.
like, it's hard, man. And, like, I don't know, maybe it's fucking karma for me. I don't know, because I have partaken in those behaviors in the past. But, like,
Yeah, but I also think you have learned a lot from that time. But also as well, when I look at us and evaluate us, right? We're together. We try not to cause any problems.
what?
We try
Hey.
Hey, what? I didn't know that. We try not to cause any problems. We try not to cause any drama at shows. We just try and wrestle to the best of our ability, wrestle and make the other person that look good that we're trying to wrestle, and um so that they're happy. I mean, that's what I care about most, that the other person's happy. And that's what I feel pressure with the most as well. So that's all that we try and do. We don't go out, we don't drink, we don't do drugs, we don't smoke, we don't do anything. We live very, very clean lifestyles. We train every day. We're just two people that want to get our heads down. We want to work and we want to give ourselves the best opportunities to progress in this business. Yet, yet, it's almost like we do the complete opposite because there are people like Conan or like other people who won't give us opportunities, who will probably talk shit about us and say bad things about us, yet they'll want good, so-called good people in their locker rooms or on their shows because
That was a direct
that's
quote
been
from him. That was a
communicated
direct
to
quote. He
us.
goes, "I only want people in my locker room that
Good professional people.
I'm like, I'm the most professional person
Yeah,
you'll ever
I
fucking have.
feel like that's what we've demonstrated
Yeah.
the most over the last two
Yeah.
and a half
Yeah,
years that
yeah,
we've been here.
I've got like problems online, but like if you want in terms of a worker, I'll put your talent over. I'll fucking turn up early. I'll fucking wear a suit. I'll fucking do everything,
Yeah,
because like I know my opportunity, like my opportunities are limited at the moment, so I will
yeah.
do all that for you. But for some reason, that's like
That's
I
actually
actually know what he wants.
No, that's actually all bullshit because it's not what he wants.
Yeah.
He wants, you know, or not just him, but people want wrestlers that will go out and party with them and do drugs with them and drink
Yeah.
and things like that. They don't want just professional hardworking guys. They want drama essentially, I think.
Yeah.
That's what's been displayed to
Yeah.
us
Yeah.
here.
Not everywhere, but like
Not
some
everywhere,
places.
but a lot of places. Which really is a shame because you think that with work ethic comes opportunities, but I guess it's always who you know, isn't it? And if you can smoke
I don't
and
know.
do
I
drugs
don't know.
and drink with people,
I still want to believe that like hard work will get you further than that. Like at the end of the day, they still want decent quality. I just feel like like good work ethic will outlast that behavior somehow.
yeah,
I want to believe it anyway.
I would like to believe it, and I genuinely still stay hopeful over that. I think it's just I think when we got here, we were quite naive as to how the wrestling business can work here,
Yeah.
and actually, it's quite different.
Yeah, it's really hard to understand and
Yeah,
navigate. And people, again, we said this earlier in the podcast, but they always say like, "Oh, just play the game." But I don't even know where the fuck to start playing that game. I don't know what to do, who to speak to, what to say, how to play it.
yeah,
What board game are we playing here? Like, it's just the craziest fucking thing to
yeah.
like navigate.
And the thing is, if playing a game is becoming a different person, is becoming a person that you don't want to be, or that doesn't sit right within your soul, your morals, and your values, then I don't want to play that game. I'll find another game to play.
All right, we should wrap it up there because it's
Okay.
about an hour. All right, guys, thanks for listening to our rant about professional wrestling for an hour of your life. My name is Travis Banks. Instagram, Travis underscore Banks 13.
Woo!
I think. No, it was a PW. No, it's 13.
Yeah.
Jessica Jackson Pro.
Jesse Jackson Pro.
Jesse Jackson Pro on Instagram. TikTok, Travis Banks. TikTok for Jess is just Jessica Jackson. I think.
Jesse Jackson XL,
Whatever, you'll find it. You'll see us.
Yeah,
The ones with the
on
wrestling
there.
moves on
We're
it.
on there.
We're on
That's it.
there.
And
Follow
doing
our
some silly dances.
doing silly dances and follow our Facebooks. Travis Banks Pro Wrestler, Jesse Jackson Pro Wrestler, and fucking just awesome. Like, comment, subscribe, share, rate the fucking thing if you're listening on Spotify. Thank you very much.
Love you guys.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.